All right. Beaujolais Village.
Okay.
This one? I think you're getting a little cheaper, Richard, because I'm able to pull the sleeve off without cutting it on these. Two of them tonight I've been able to pull off.
You're just getting more manly.
No. Until I drank wines that Richard recommended, I could always just pull the sleeve off, and then he started recommending wines, and I failed.
I managed to break the cork on this one.
Now, because we've got two reds, we are going with the Beaujolais, right? I'm showing you the bottle so that you're not, pouring the Pinot Noir for some reason.
Sarah Barber, he's talking to you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We have our little crackers to cleanse our palate.
and pesto shells.
All right. So, as we're looking at this guy.
Yeah, give me an oyster cracker 14.
It's actually a little darker than I was expecting.
It is dark.
It's pretty.
I'd say it's more on the dark red.
Well, from the Burgundy region, right?
What's that?
Well, it's from Burgundy, right? So I guess it's darker than everything else. I know. But
So this one's still got some
pat me on my head and send me off.
this one's still got some like light tearing. But let's give it a swirl and a sniff. All right. What are we smelling?
Raspberry? Raspberry, maybe?
I thought somebody said aspberry. I was like, oh,
There's definitely some red fruit in there, yeah?
Not as peppery as I would expect.
No, I wouldn't expect any pepper.
Smells crisp.
It'll be softer.
Maybe a little. No.
What are you smelling, Nick?
I thought crisp. He said jammy. Now I'm confused.
There's yeah.
Amber went away.
Ammonia?
You say ammonia?
No.
Rachel is.
No, she was being funny because I was on mute.
I'm getting some raspberry.
There's a savory smell, almost like a tomato soup or there's something.
As opposed to green
There's definitely a savory smell, like umami. It's weird for a red, but
you know what it is? It's
yeah,
safe.
For me, I'm getting somewhere between like pomegranate and watermelon.
Yeah.
I would see more pomegranate than watermelon.
Yeah. So that's
But can you also smell that because the Beaujolais Nouveau is completely carbonic maceration, but they do some of it with the Beaujolais itself. So, do you smell any bubble gum?
Oh, I do smell bubble gum.
You don't know the Beaujolais.
Open the split. This absolutely smells.
I mean, I don't want to put it in your heads, but
But you did, and now we smell it.
You have to split it. It doesn't come out at the front, but once it is out of it and flattens out.
Better than I thought it was going to be.
all right. Well, let's go ahead and give it a sip. Cheers.
I love
That tastes like the raspberry, so like. I think that red fruit comes through. Okay.
And Beaujolais.
Raspberry, I think that's still there. Nice pairing.
This needs to be.
All
One
right.
is a black ginger. The other one is.
Look it up, too. All right.
I say it could be cold and
Oh no, it won't be cool.
So what was everyone tasting? I think I heard black fruit.
Yeah.
And it does. It is lovely. Oh, and wow, what? The raspberry.
Raspberry, cherry. There's definitely a fruitiness to the taste, like a jammy.
The smell, boy.
No, it's very different. The taste is very different from the nose, which is interesting.
Yeah, it definitely has more of like that kind of bitter. You know what I kind of associate more on like that cranberry, almost pomegranate.
Raspberry.
It's not bad, but it's not particularly sweet.
It's not sweet at all.
Ooh, dark chocolate.
Now, like,
oh yes, is that the 85% stuff?
Yeah, with raspberry and ginger.
Oh yeah,
Really good.
Oh.
Yeah, the raspberry part to it. Yeah.
So good.
So chasing with the blackberry.
Get everything in Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee is my place. It's my jam.
So if you want it like a little bit like more fruit forward and a touch sweeter, that again you're really going to like Beaujolais Nouveau.
And it was Friday. And it has beer taste.
It almost tastes like the white wine version of a red. Yeah, the white wine version of a red.
Another walk around the store. All the beer.
Yeah, it's probably one of the lightest reds you'll ever have.
Nice.
Now I
What's the? What do you got there? Kate, what were you holding up there? Couldn't tell.
Pairing weirdness with weirdness.
Like, I would never drink out of the small man.
Sugar jelly.
Oh, it's
Bittersweet.
Okay.
okay, yeah, nice choice.
Sharpenberger bittersweet dark chocolate.
It works.
So we didn't trade around one for some.
Yeah.
So me, I'm going with. I'm actually doing more of the Brie with a spiced cherry preserve.
Hope you like this. Just have more cinnamon and
Cherry with clove in it.
Ooh.
I've tasted the
Better
cherry.
with the cranberry. Something.
We have big butter.
It's big, actually.
Oh, big and all this.
There are some dry candies in there because I got that very walnut salad topping.
Mostly a slice of Brie after drinking wine. Relief.
Interesting combination.
Mom and then because I like
Okay. Come on, try it.
Oh, it's much better.
Why?
Wow.
Chutney has raisins.
Yeah.
Roquefort.
Raisins soak it up. After it's cooked for about an hour. In your face? Yeah, it's got
A little bit.
in it.
Do you need to get rid of oil?
Sure.
We'll get the steaks. They should be done.
Yeah, I think this one makes other things taste better. I've never thought something could be slightly jammy and at the same time.
What was that, Nick?
I've never had anything else that seemed like it was jammy and astringent.
Cheese, but you like Brie. Yeah. Brie is like runny and goopy and bitter and everything else. This is my thought. Yeah. You don't like that? No, I wouldn't type. Everything.
Everything we've eaten tastes better after drinking.
Tonight for the first.
I've got an idea about it.
I'm so happy. And I was like, you know who's in that? And she's like, you. And I said, Thanos. Thanos.
So raise your hands if this was your first Beaujolais.
Like what?
Bland. Doesn't really matter.
It's the main character.
It's happening.
Is that right?
Yes.
Now the question is, for those of you that's your first Beaujolais, will you drink it again?
Oh, sorry. What was the question? There was a lot of background noise.
Yeah, so I was asking This was, or raise your hands if this is your first Beaujolais.
Was the teenage boy.
It is our first, my first one. I don't know about this one.
You needed.
And then the follow-up question was, if you had to, you know, would you drink this again if now that you know what a Beaujolais is?
Oh, absolutely.
I'll send you the recipe where I cheated from, but I didn't make it from.
It's actually a great wine in regards to everything we eat after we've had a sip of wine tastes so much better. It's not that the wine's bad, but for some reason, the next thing that goes in my mouth just tastes.
It looks perfect. Nice.
So you're starting to appreciate wine as essentially a seasoning.
Yes.
You know, that could be taken totally the wrong way, Nick.
There's a little salt. No, it's low sodium beef, not perfect. Low sodium.
Oh, you already have.
I have
This wine was interesting in that with my Brie bites, it brought out the phyllo dough flavor, whereas the whites were bringing out the bacon jam flavor. So I was very surprised to find the phyllo dough was kind of like the highlight when I mixed it with this wine.
Huh. Okay. Yeah.
I tried 2 different bites just to make sure it wasn't like a weird balance, and I had it happen with both of them.
Okay.
As someone open to the power of suggestion, thank you. That was delicious. Mm-hmm. Drink a little more of that.
I found that
Not terrible. The broccoli gives so much sauce.
I love the sauce.
Where's this?
the flavor.
The sauce is amazing.
Is it?
Yes.
It tastes good. It's a little salty.
Really good.
It's
No,
supposed to be.
it
It's
is
just the
not.
right amount of salt.
Yep.
No,
Perfect.
she's no, that's my composition.
Just to finish also that.
Oh, that was actually that was weird, but really good.
There you go.
I had it with some pesto.
It does.
You want to take
How was the
something
pesto?
This Beaujolais, we have pesto and shells, and it's really good with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was actually, that surprised me that all of a sudden, you know, that basil and kind of like herb all of a sudden just like popped.
Make a good team. I say good job, guys. Yeah.
Now, Lee, I don't think you've kind of gone through our little, you know, like a method for kind of really unlocking the magic.
Back to it. I just.
So for when you taste, if you're wanting to kind of get the most out of wine and food, is you kind of do it in 3 steps. You sip the wine just to kind of like prime your palate, and then you pop in like your little bit of food and you start chewing it around. Now, but before that final swallow, wash it down with a second sip of wine, and that's when all of a sudden the flavors start to mingle.